What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Fashion and Blasting. My name's Tim, and I just hit a milestone on YouTube. I hit 900 subscribers. And like I said in one of my earlier videos, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. And I'm gonna give away to one of my lucky subscribers. This is the primary arms. It's the ACSS. It's a 1-in-6 optic. And I'm giving it away. I got a Trenchicon ACOG that I like a lot. It's a great optic I only used for maybe a year. It held me down, but it's gonna go to one of you lucky fuckers. So y'all that been here before, y'all think y'all know me. But fuck out of here, dickhead. Today it ain't an HK. I actually got something different. This is a gun I reviewed already. This is the CZ P01 in urban gray. I'm just bringing this back up to you guys because I got some extra work done to it. And I gotta give flowers to the company that did the work for this firearm. But let me show you what I got here. This is the CZ P01, the urban gray. I just want to show this gun is loaded. I got the Hornady, these 147 grain. They're subsonic rounds, and this firearm is what I keep in my nightstand. So this is my bump in the night firearm. Just gonna put empty mag in, as you see, just for this review. So the reason for this review is because I got this optic cut on this firearm. And man, I just want to give flowers to the fucking company that did this. This is Wagger Machine Works. Cost me, I think, $110 to get this optic cut. And they got it back to me in under 2 weeks. I don't know how many people had got optic cuts to their firearms, but normally it take turnaround times over a fucking month. But I got this back in my possession in less than 2 weeks. I sent them the optic. This is the Holosun, it's the closed emitter, and this is the EPS carry. I went with this one because if I carry, I don't gotta worry about lint or dust going inside, blocking the emitter on here. So if it get wet or anything, these Holosuns stand the test of time. Let's just talk more about the optic cut. I also, like when I send off my optics, I hate when they do like a Cerakote and shit like that with it, cause that shit rubs off. So I wanted to keep the factory coating on this. So when I shipped it out to them, I told them just to blue the area where they milled out. So they blew the area. I sent the optic to them. They had it installed for me. Only issue I do have with this is the sights. So as you can see, these are suppressor height sights, which is awesome on this firearm actually. But only issue, it takes up a lot of the window. So to co-witness this is like a upper 1/3 co-witness for this optic. But I shot it at the range and still fucking shoot like a fucking dream. I know they discontinued this CZ, but it's actually a great firearm. I'm a big fan of CZ, and as you know, HKs and Walthers. But this one is by far my best optic ready firearm. Well, suppressor ready firearm. And I got on this, I got the rugged Obsidian 45. I went with the 45 than the 9mm because I can go through a lot of different rounds with this. I can use 9mm, 45, and you even can go with 300 blackout long as it's subsonic. And only thing I switched on this firearm other than the optic I put on here, I definitely gotta add, is a nightstand gun like I said earlier. So I added this stream light. This is the TLR7A. And as you seen, if you've been to this channel, you know I got tons of these fuckers. I also wanted to switch the grips. The grip that came with it was actually pretty nice, but I just wanted something different, and I wanted it to be close to factory. So I went with these CZ grips that are aluminum grips. These are very similar to the Shadow 2 that I own. It keeps this very thin. It's pretty grippy. It's not too aggressive, but it is grippy. And for the ergonomics for this pistol, has a nice beaver tail, so I get a high purchase. Has a low bore access because the slide, it rides within the frame. Only problem with that, sometimes it makes it hard to cock this pistol. But if you got strong enough grip, you'll be alright. But with me adding The Optic on it, I just rack it from the Optic, and that just make it so much more easier. This, you can switch the safety. If you don't want the safety, you can make it into a decocker, but I keep mine on safe because I like mine cocked and locked. This trigger is not exactly a straight flat trigger like my CZ Shadow 2, but it has slight curve on it. And the trigger on this, single action at least, because I don't know if you have double single action guns, but for me, I probably will never shoot a double single action gun in double action. I like to keep mine similar to a 1911, so it's cocked and locked. So with the Omega trigger, I might have mentioned it earlier, you can either switch to a safety or a decocker. But with the trigger, you got your take up right here. You got a nice clean break. And this is no aftermarket trigger I have on this. Let's go into the reset. Reset, it's right there. Then you got a little more take up and you're right back to that wall. It's actually a pretty good trigger on this firearm. And let's go into the magazine capacity. This one is actually an aftermarket magazine, and this is from Metgar, and it just add one more round in it. So this is a 17 round, and the factory magazines come with 15 round magazines plus one in the chamber. So if you get Metgar makes a lot of great quality magazines for HK, CZ, a lot of different companies, but this just adds one more round. It gives a little bit more extension too if you got real big hands, which you probably won't need for this unless you got Goliath hands on this. But thank you guys for coming and watch this video. You know, stay safe, and by staying safe, stay dangerous. And I got a couple more reviews coming down the line. I bought 2 HKs this week, and you can comment down below to let me know what HKs you think I got. But this is my CZ P01 Urban Gray.
On my dad's page, like, comment, and subscribe.